Good evening. Welcome to the Board of Sanitation meeting for February 20th, 2024. My name is James Kaufman, Mayor for the City of Beech Grove. Refer to the Clerk Treasurer.
I'm Clerk Treasurer Samantha Stratton. In lieu of roll call, we will introduce ourselves starting on the right.
Ben Easley.
Sandy Seward.
Thank you. Board, you have minutes for our last meeting dated February 5th, 2024. Open for any questions or discussion.
I have none, thank you.
I have none.
Motion to approve the minutes as presented.
I'll make said motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you. For any board, you have claims docket dated February 20th, 2024. Total of 3 pages in the amount of $163,181.50. Any questions or comments?
I have none.
Can I ask, the Covanta claim is to receive our solid waste?
Covanta,
Yes.
correct.
And do we, how often does that one come up?
I think we get invoice from them monthly.
Is that every month? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments?
None.
Entertain a motion to approve the claims docket dated February 20th, 2024. Total of 3 pages long in the amount of $163,181.50.
I'll make said motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you. There are no public comments this evening, no unfinished business carried over from our previous meeting, and no new business tonight. Comments from board members?
I have none.
Motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll make said motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Motion is approved. The meeting is adjourned at 6:02 p.m. We will start our Board of Public Works and Safety as soon as we reset. Thank you. Good evening. Welcome to the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting for the City of Beech Grove. Today's date is February 20th, 2024. My name is James Kaufman, Mayor for the City of Beech Grove. I'll defer to the Clerk Treasurer for a roll call.
I'm Samantha Stratton, Clerk Treasurer. In lieu of roll call, we will introduce ourselves starting on the right.
Ben Easley.
Craig Wiley, I'm appearing by phone.
Sandy Seward.
Thank you. Board, you have minutes from our last meeting dated February 5th, 2024. Any questions, comments, or concerns about those minutes?
I have none.
I have none.
Take a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
I'll make said motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you. Approval of claims. You have in front of you a docket dated February 20th, 2024. Total of 17 pages in the amount of $809,736.39. Any questions or comments?
I had no questions this month.
I think I've seen some pothole patching out there, and I see some claims from Milestone and from Reith Riley. I'm wondering if those are the claims that I'm seeing.
That is correct.
All right.
That
I'm
is
excited
correct.
to see we're filling potholes.
Yes. Yeah, they were. It's been a tough winter. There are some popping up. So yes, that is good to see our DPW employees out there filling those potholes because they are popping up everywhere. So we
Great.
appreciate that. Thank you. Any other questions? All right. Entertaining a motion to approve the claim of dockets dated February 20th, 2024, total 17 pages, in the amount of $809,736.39.
I'll make said motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you. There are no public comments this evening. Unfinished business carried over from previous meetings. There is none. On to new business. Tonight we have a couple agenda items for approval tonight. First one is Beech Grove EMS resignation. Chief?
I'd like to read a letter of resignation from Justin Boyce. Chief Cheshire, I am writing you this letter to provide a 1-month notice for my full-time position at Beech Grove EMS. I have accepted a full-time position at Clinton County EMS. I thank you and the City of Beech Grove for providing me with such a wonderful opportunity, and I wish you success in the years to come as the department is constantly growing. It is in the same document that I would like to request maintaining a part-time status for employment. I don't want to leave this place fully, as several coworkers have become family to me, and I generally enjoy the work we do for the city. Professionally, Justin Boyce, paramedic. So Justin is resigning his full-time position, but would like to remain as a part-time employee for Beech Grove EMS.
And you're okay with that?
Yes.
That's okay.
Unfortunately,
Just
yeah.
wanted to make sure.
He's been a good employee, so he'll be missed, but I'm glad to hear that he is planning on staying part-time, or would like to stay part-time, to help continue moving the department forward.
Yes,
So,
that is correct.
Is there a plan, or are you just kind of getting into the planning phase for filling that time?
I have several part-time employees. The first one that I'd like to offer the job to, he has seniority. He is considering the position at this time. We have a couple other part-time employees that have shown extreme interest, where we would not have to open that up, and I would ask this board probably at the next meeting to do emergency hire to have that person hired on. I would like to remind the board with the new local 416 contract in July of this year, we will establish a hiring board. And it's much like we did on the fire department, where we would have several members of our department sit on a board and review applications, do the interview, do a practical interview, and make a more formal process for the civilian paramedics. And I asked the union to include that in their contract with us. One, it'll hold myself accountable. It'll also hold the city accountable to follow those general rules. We've done these processes for years on the fire side, and it's something that we should incorporate into our paramedic side also.
Any other questions for?
I don't know.
Motion to approve the resignation of Justin Boyce, paramedic. We'll start with that one.
Thank you.
Make said motion.
Thank you. Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you. And probably do a motion to allow him to stay on part-time.
I'll
So.
make said motion.
Thank you.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Up next, board Holy Name Walkathon. We have a letter from Holy Name. I'll defer to the clerk treasurer.
Dear board members, the Altar Society of Holy Name Catholic Church would like to host a walkathon using the Franciscan Trail on June 22nd, 2024. Enclosed with this request is a certificate of liability insurance for your file. Should you need any additional information or documentation, please contact Lynn McPhillips at home, 317-786-3667, or cell phone 317-506-4078. Sincerely, Lynn McPhillips, Chair of the Walkathon. And then the
Thank you.
certificate is also attached.
So this was sent to my office. I had a couple follow-up questions for Miss McPhillips. One was the exact route. So I emailed her, and she replied back. She said the route, they will be using the Franciscan Trail. They'll start at the main trailhead, which is in the park just below the 15th Street entrance. The walk will start at approximately 9 a.m. and should be finished by 12 noon. That will depend on how many walkers they have and if they walk the whole trail or just part of the trail. I've reached out to public safety, both the police department and the EMS. They are both aware of this this tentative plan and have agreed to provide coverage there when and if needed. So, other than that, I think this is the second year. Last year was a decent turnout. They're hoping to grow the event this year, so they started a little bit earlier in getting this information submitted to the city so they can start their advertising immediately. So, that's all we have. But any other questions or comments?
I do have a question. Are they closing the trail for other people that aren't involved in the walk, or will it remain open?
It will remain open. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's big enough to where they need to do that, but
Okay.
if, maybe sometime in the future,
Okay.
if they build it up big enough, they might be able to. But for now, it'll just
Okay,
continue
great.
as is.
Thank you.
Do you know if public safety has any specific interaction with the 9th Avenue crossing?
If-
Will they be doing anything specific there?
If they get there, my guess is they might have a patrol officer there, other than or
If
having.
the walkers get there, or the police get there?
We'll have police there, but if the walkers get that far,
Oh, got it, okay.
but what I might just suggest to Lynn, Miss McPhillips, is that they have a volunteer there to help to make sure that they push the button, make sure that just to
Sure.
have some coverage there
Yeah.
on their end, and then if the city needs to, we can as well.
And she says in her email, I believe the trail is finished on the other side of Emerson Avenue, and that is not correct.
It is not correct.
Will they not get to Emerson Avenue, do we think?
I don't think so, but I'll have that conversation with Lynn
Okay.
tomorrow. That I would recommend that that if they do go that far, or if they want to stop at 9th and turn back around, that's
Sure.
going to be probably the best bet. I don't think they're labeling it as a 5K or anything specific.
Okay.
So probably the perfect road for them to stop at 9th, turn around, and go back the other
Sure.
way. I think would be best for all people involved, safety-wise.
Yeah,
So,
Agree.
sounds good. Thank you.
motion to approve the Altar Society of Holy Name having a walkathon scheduled for June 22nd, 2024.
I'll make said motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Up next, board, we have resolution number 2, Regions Vehicle Lease. So at our last meeting, we approved the clerk treasurer to enter into a lease agreement with Regions to purchase vehicles for a few departments here in the city. Part of that process is to have a resolution presented to the Board of Works for your approval. So defer to the clerk treasurer to read that into the record.
Okay, resolution of the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Beech Grove, Indiana, approving execution of an equipment lease purchase agreement. Whereas the Board of Public Works and Safety, the Board of City of Beech Grove, Indiana, is the governing body of the Department of Public Works and the Safety of the City, the Department, and whereas pursuant to applicable law, the Department is authorized to acquire, dispose of, and encumber real and personal property, including without limitation, rights and interest in property, leases, and easements necessary to the functions or operations of the city. And whereas the board hereby finds and determines that the execution of the equipment lease purchase agreement or lease agreement with Regions Equipment Finance Corporation as lessor, currently contemplated under the lease agreement in substantially the form presented at this meeting for the purpose of acquiring equipment to be used by the city to carry out its public purposes, is appropriate and necessary to the functions and operations of the city. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Beech Grove, Indiana as follows. Section 1. The above recitals are incorporated by reference. Section 2. Each of the mayor of the city and the clerk treasurer of the city, each an authorized representative and collectively the authorized representatives, acting on behalf of the board, is hereby authorized to negotiate, enter into, execute, and deliver the lease agreement in substantially the form set forth in the documents presently before the board, which documents are available for public inspection at the office of the clerk treasurer. Each authorized representative, acting on behalf of the city, is hereby authorized to negotiate, enter into, execute, and deliver such other documents relating to the lease agreement as such authorized representative deems necessary and appropriate, including but not limited to closing certificates and escrow agreements if necessary. All other related contracts and agreements necessary and incidental to the lease agreement are hereby authorized. Section 3. By a written instrument signed by one of the authorized representatives, the authorized representative may designate specifically identified officers or employees of the city to execute and deliver agreements or any documents related to lease agreement on behalf of the city. Section 4. The city's obligations under the lease agreement shall be subject to annual appropriation by the council as set forth in the lease agreement, and the city's obligation thereunder shall not constitute general obligations of the city or an indebtedness of the city under the Constitution or laws of the state. Section 5. This resolution shall be effective as of the date of its adopted and passed this 20th day of February 2024.
Any questions?
And then,
Craig, I defer to you, sir. Does this resolution look okay to you?
Yes, and I also prepared an opinion letter on the lease agreement. We've done work with this bank on several leases in the past on leasing the vehicles. So I've worked with the attorneys from both McKinney and Evans, and they've always done a good job, and I'm comfortable with it.
Good. Very good. Thank you, sir. Any other questions or comments, board?
none.
Look for a motion to approve resolution number 2, 2024, for the lease of vehicles through Regions Bank.
I'll make said motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed? Thank you, board. Thank you. Next, board, there's a lot of things that excite me in on these agendas. This one is one really excites me as well. So I'm very happy to present this evening. Full-time hire request for mayor's assistant. So I'll defer to the clerk to read that letter into the record.
Dear Board of Public Works and Safety, I request permission to hire Audra Stanfield to fill the full-time mayor's assistant position. This position has been vacant since Julie Lockwood retired in November of 2023. Annual pay for this position is $53,973.63. Audra has a bachelor's degree from IU, which earns an education incentive of $1,500 in addition to the base salary. Audra's biweekly pay will be $2,133.60. Once approved, Audra will begin on Wednesday, February 21st, 2024. This position is budgeted for 2024. Respectfully submitted, James W. Kaufman, Mayor, City Beech Grove.
Very good. So it's taken us a couple months. We had several very good applicants apply for this position, so came very competitive. So I was happy to see that. So it was a tough decision, but I think we made a good decision. I'm excited for Audra to start with the city, and yeah, just excited for her to get to work and to help continue getting some good things done in the city. So, any questions or
Congratulations.
comments?
Yeah,
Thank you.
congrats.
Any questions or comments?
And then,
All right, motion to approve the full-time hire of mayor's assistant Audra Stanfield.
I'll make said motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you, board. One more item tonight, Hornet Park Community Center, 5K and Summer Concert Series. Samantha?
Okay. Dear Board of Works, the Hornet Park Community Center is requesting to host the second annual Going Green in the Grove 5K. This event will begin and end at the Trailhead in Sarah T. Bolton Park on Saturday, May 4th, 2024 at 8 a.m. The Beech Grove Parks is requesting to host 10 concerts in Sarah T. Bolton Park at the Trailhead on alternating Thursdays starting May 30th, 2024 through October 3rd, 2024. These are May 30th, starting at 6 p.m., ending at 8:30, June 13th, starting at 7, ending at 8:30, June 27th, starting at 7, ending at 8:30, July 11th, starting at 7, ending at 8:30, July 25th, starting at 7, ending at 8, August 8th, starting at 7, ending at 8:30, August 22nd, starting at 7 and ending at 8:30, September 5th, starting at 7 and ending at 8:30, September 19th, starting at 7 and ending at 8:30, and October 3rd, starting at 6 p.m. and ending at 8:30 p.m. Thank you for your consideration. Angel McKenna, Hornet Park Community Center Director.
Very good. Thank you. I'm very excited about both these events. I think the Going Green and the Grow 5K it went over well last year, and I'm excited for that event to grow. I think it's fun to see entities use our trail, use the Franciscan Trail for these events, a way to raise money and just to get people out in the city and using our trails and seeing what we had to offer. The concert series, I think that was added last year. I'm not sure if you all went to those, but I think they were well received. It was fun. I took the kids out, my wife, a few times, and they had a great time. Anytime we got music and ice cream and food, and they had a good time running around. So I'm excited for that event. I did reach out to public safety, police, and EMS, and they are both aware of those dates and have agreed to coverage for those events when and if needed. So, yeah, I'm excited for it. So, any questions or comments?
I just have a comment regarding the concert series. It's nice that we have vendors that like to go out and provide things to, you know, the citizens and the kids. And also Angel, she does a great job with bringing games for the kids to play because, you know, all the kids want to play. They don't want to listen to music, but, you know, she has some activities there for the kids, and that's a really neat thing. So, yeah.
I was going to say the same thing. My kids did something at every one of those concerts last year that Angel brought to that concert event, so they were well taken care of. I also wondered on the 5K, do we have a route that will be? Is it similarly going to cross 9th? Is it going to get close to Emerson at the end?
That's a
of the
great
trail?
question. I can follow up with her to see exactly where they plan on ending it.
If I
think
remember last time, they crossed 9th, but they did not touch Emerson.
They
or
did
get
not.
close
They
to it.
stopped there. Yeah.
Yeah.
They stopped there. So again, we'll approach that the same way. Is that if they need to go that way, make sure we have a volunteer there. Make sure we can get a police officer there to help
Yep.
with that traffic. Because I know there's a button there, but still a lot of people don't see that and pay attention, unfortunately.
Yeah,
So
I think maybe for some of these walks that are coming up for the summer months, it needs to end at Skillman. There's no reason to cross Emerson because
For
there
sure.
really
There's
isn't
no-
a trail.
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I
Stop
think
at
that
the
we
hill,
need stop
yeah.
at the hill and turn around and come back and, you know, hopefully, I mean, when they have these walks, there's all kinds of people spread out
Yeah.
and that button there on 9th is going to be constantly used, but you still have to be careful because a lot of people still run through that. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And then is the reason that the board is being is this just a courtesy for the concert series near the trailhead because it does impact the trailhead?
Well, yeah, and just for the public, just so they know what's happening,
Sure,
because we will
okay.
have public services, EMS, police there for safety concerns.
Got it.
I'm just letting them know because it is in the parks, so necessarily don't need approval, but I think just to show the public that
Right.
we did ask for approval and that it's something that the city supports and is backing, and the Board of Works is supporting and backing. I think is a good thing. So,
Sure.
Great. Thank you.
any questions? All right, motion to approve the second annual Going Green in the Grove 5K as well as the concert series in the park.
I'll make said motion.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Very good. That is all we have on the agenda this evening. Our next Board of Public Works and Safety meeting is scheduled for Monday, March 4th, 2024. Any comments from board members?
I have none. Thank you.
None. Thank you.
Craig, anything? Nope. All right. That is all we have. Motion to adjourn.
I'm sorry, I had it on mute. I apologize.
No, you're good. All right, sir. Thank you. Motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll make said motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Meeting is adjourned at 6:23 p.m. Thank you.